Today, we're going to go over how to design your company logo. Now, there is no definitive style of company logo, but there is a definitive purpose. The purpose of a company logo is to have a quick, easy, identifying icon with some imagery to allow a customer to easily find your product and company. Today, we're going to do our work in Gimp, so of course we need to make a new canvas. We're going to go up to File, New, and we're going to make our canvas 1000 by 1000, nice and big. Now, the first thing you should always do is save your file, Command-Shift-S. Doing this allows us to identify the name of our file. For us, it'll be companylogo.xcf, and the location of where we're saving, which is always pictures. Save. Okay, so now once we have saved our file, it's time to begin designing. We must begin by creating a new layer with the white piece of paper, the new layer icon, and labeling it. I'm just going to label it shape because yours might be a circle, yours might be a square, yours might be a triangle. You get to do whatever shape you want of those three, circle, square, triangle, as based on the video you just watched. Okay. Now, we have two layers up here in our Layers tab, one of which will be our shape and the other will be our background. We are immediately going to delete our background layer. So we click on the background, click, and we go to trash. Trash. Now, here we have an empty canvas with one single layer. I am going to instruct you on how to do a circle logo, but again, you could do a rectangle or a square logo. You could do a circle or even a triangle, okay? Now, if we're just basing it off of circle, we can create our shape. And again, if I'm making a circle, this is when you should be making whatever shape you are doing of the main three that I just talked about. So here we have our circle. It might be tough to see because it's empty right now, but we have our circle shape. And of course, we're going to fill it in. Now, if you notice, I also made the circle as big as I could possibly make it. Bucket fill. Let's start with just black. Now, the colors that I'm about to use, you don't have to use. You will be using whatever colors you used in your planning sheet. So again, make sure that you've completed the company logo planning sheet before you start to create your company logo like this. Now, we right here have created a nice big black circle to be the backdrop of our company logo, but we can go further than that. Let us create another new layer, and we're going to do shape 2. Shape 2. Now, we should still have our selection from when we created our circle. So, in order to create another circle on top of this, or another shape on top of yours, we're going to go up to Select, and then Shrink. Now, we're not going to do it by 100 pixels. Let's shrink our selection by, 25. Perfect. 25 pixels. If you notice, our selection lines are now just a little bit smaller than the size of our circle. So if we grab another color and fill it in, would you look at that? We now have two circles, separate, two different layers, and we can see them both here. If you chose a third color, that is when it will come in now. Let's make sure we all go up to Select None or Command-Shift-A to unselect the circle. All right, so at this point we've made some changes. Let's hit Command-S. It is now time to begin planning the information that will go on your logo. Now, if we grab our text tool, the default color will be whatever color you last used. For me, it's white, so let's change that. Let's say that my company's third color is red. Or you know what? Let's go red. Okay. If you notice down here, in our tool options, the light switch tab, we now have it as red. At this point, if you do not have the fonts layer, it's very important that we have the fonts tab chosen. So if I was to not have it, it would look like this. I'd close out, Windows, dockable dialogues, and if I needed to add the fonts, it would be just like this. Windows, dockable dialogues, fonts. Boop. Amazing. Now, this will come in handy in about 12 seconds. Let us choose our size. If our canvas is 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels, let's make our size, I don't know, 100. Let's make our text box. And the name of my company just happens to be company name. Oh my goodness, it's behind. Why can't we see our name? If we look at our layers tab, our company name wasn't on the top. There we go, company name. Now, if you notice, for some reason our company name is over here towards the left, leaving all this awkward space. If we go back to our tool options, we need to make sure that we center our text, which is the 1, 2, 3, third box. Company name. Allowing that, we then see we have some space. Why don't we increase our size? You might not be able to adjust the size of your name. Your company name might already fit. Oh, look at that. Our company name is now going off the canvas a little bit, or going off our circle. That kind of creates an interesting three-dimensional effect. I like that. Now, if we go to our fonts tab, I'm not a big fan of the Sans font, so let us choose. Let's see, what if we did something along the lines of something cool? Ooh, bubbly like that. That's nice. There's so many options though. Let's keep searching. What is this? Nah, that's boring. That's nice, and it allows us to make it much bigger. That is fun. I guess what I'm trying to get across here is that there are so many wonderful options. Please do some searching. Company name. All right, this is what I'm going to go with. Now, after you design this text, I'm going to ask that you also include your company's slogan and a photo on this canvas. I'm going to fast forward to the point of my company logo already having a slogan. All right, so you can see I've added my slogan, and now it's time to think about adding a photo. I'm going to ask that we add a photo right here in the middle. I'm not going to show you how to do that because it's something we've practiced many times up to this point in the trimester. So I'm going to fast forward to a point in the project where I've already included a photo. Well, okay. Now you see I've added my photo right in the middle of my canvas, and it is not covering any of the text, and it is an example of what my company sells. My company sells baseballs. We sell what you need. At this point, you've completed this video. Please save your work and move on to the next video.